motivation for achieving Buddhahood to benefit all sentient beings. Okay. Therefore, with the pure motivation, we chant few verses for taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. Page number 4. I go for refuge and emerging through the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and emerging through the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and emerging through the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. My accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Please take refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha until we free from suffering, until we become a fully enlightened being. In order to achieve the fully enlightened state, which is the complete Buddhahood, we need to practice the two important practices, which is wisdom and methods, particularly bodhicitta. Without practicing bodhicitta, we cannot achieve a fully enlightened state. Without realizing emptiness, also we cannot achieve a fully enlightened state. Therefore, as a Buddhist, particularly who follow the Mahayana Buddhist tradition, the bodhicitta is the heart in most important practice. Therefore, next, we are going to generate bodhicitta. Page number 5. With a wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I reach fully enlightenment. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I chant the mantra of awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativity individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings. I hold the personal Buddhahood in my heart. In our daily life, so when you wake up in the morning, first, we always need to realize, always need to remember, I am still alive. I'm the actually lucky person still alive. For example, what happened last week in Burma and Thailand. Almost 80% of the people who became victim, they didn't think they're going to, lose their family. Those who are passed away, they never think this thing can be happen in my life, but things happen, without having any expectation, without having any kind of thing. Therefore, we always need to feel I am very lucky to able to wake up, but there's no certain I can wake up tomorrow morning. maybe I can have only 24 hours. For the 24 hours, I will do my virtuous action as much as I can. Not only virtuous action, I will practice the pure path, the pure dharma to free myself from suffering, free all sentient beings from the suffering. Therefore, first I will take, you can think, first I will take refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So when you take refuge to the Tibetan, the Guru whom you receive teachings directly, indirectly, those are included into Buddha. After you have taken refuge, then you must think taking refuge is not only enough. I need to cultivate bodhicitta, then generate bodhicitta without recitation, without recitation. After you generated bodhicitta, then you need to remember, you always need to remember, only practicing bodhicitta is not enough for achieving Buddhahood, because all the problems and sufferings are rooted by ignorance. I need to eliminate my own ignorance. Therefore, I need to realize emptiness. In order to realize emptiness, I must have certain degree of mindfulness. Right, mindfulness. Until now, we receive more than enough instruction, teachings from the teachers or guru. Also, you learn so many teachings from the YouTube, but we are really lacking the concentration or meditation. We must think, actually, I have enough knowledge. I understand bodhicitta. I have enough understanding of emptiness. I know how to take refuge. Also, I know the truth, nature, the reality of samsara. Samsara. Now, you must think, actually, I'm really lacking meditation. Meditation. Without meditation, all our dharma knowledge cannot be cause to achieve nirvana or the complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I am very much focusing on you to teach, the teachings are explaining of meditation, meditations. So as a revision, I will do a short revision about the meditation, then we go to actual meditations. So we thought you just listen, so I will go through the language. So there's so many different, types of concentration, meditation, mindfulness. All meditation we can include into only two types of meditations. Only two types of meditations, right? What are they? They are shamatha and vipassana. Shamatha, vipassana. No matter how many, hundreds of thousands of types of meditation, all of them include into two types of meditation, which is shamatha and vipassana, kamabhati and special insight. So in order to realize the emptiness through direct perception, we must practice both, which is shamatha and vipassana. So here, why it is necessary to cultivate both? Why is it insufficient to cultivate either serenity or insight alone? Why is it necessary to cultivate both? Then Lama Tsongkhapa says, I will explain. Now the analogy. If you light an oil lamp for the purpose of viewing the picture in the middle of the night, and you want to see a painting or picture middle of the night, you light an oil lamp. You will see the depiction very clearly if the lamp is both very bright and undisturbed by wind. So the picture, the painting is like a impermanence, emptiness, selflessness. We need to know. So then there's a two, the bright light. The light must be very bright with the undisturbed by wind. The light must have two qualities. One is brightness, second is undisturbed by wind. You will see the depiction very clearly if the lamp is both very bright and undisturbed by wind. If the lamp is not bright or is bright but flickering in the wind, then you will not see the images clearly. Clear? Now, yes, you have the oil lamp, but not bright. The light is very bright, but it's flickering by the wind, it's moving by the wind, and you cannot see the picture or painting very clearly with analogy. Likewise, when you're looking for the profound meaning, for example, impermanence, the subtle impermanence, we all fully understood, the gross impermanence, things changing every year, every day. We can see things are changing every day. So when we look at the external phenomena, we can see, particularly in Singapore, every month you can see a road, a building, a shop, change every month. These are the gross impermanent. Also, when you compare your own picture, which you took 1 year ago, which is just taken today. When you compare these two pictures, also we can see, right? So we can see we are changed. I'm become more older. These are the gross. But we haven't realized our body, our mind, our life, everything around us, everything is changing momentarily. Even though right now, we are sitting in the Tibetan Buddhist Center, we just sit on the cushions. We think, I'm not really changing. Within one moment, our hearts beeping every moment, changing momentarily, right? The lungs also, pumping the oxygen every moment. The brain is functioning every moment. That means whole our body, any part of our body is changing momentarily. So in order to understand the subtle impermanence, then we need mindfulness and special insight. Therefore, likewise, when you're looking for the profound meaning, you will clearly see reality if you have both the wisdom that unerringly discern the meaning of reality and unmoving attention that stay as you wish on the object of meditation. However, if you don't have wisdom that knows how things are, even you have the non-discursive concentration in which is your mind is stable and does not scatter to other object, then you lack the eyes which is see the reality. So in order to, so now we just focus on the emptiness. If your mind is very stable, you have a very, stable concentration, mindfulness. Without its wisdom, you cannot see the emptiness. Right? But you can see or you can realize emptiness without the mindfulness, but you cannot see the emptiness very clearly. Therefore, we need to practice both, which is shamatha and vipassana. So since today you must remember, only concentration is not enough. Only wisdom also not enough. I need both. Mindfulness and spiritual insight based on emptiness. Mean you realize emptiness, not just realizing emptiness, you're continuously able to mindful, your mind, continuously, focus on emptiness. Then gradually you're going to realize emptiness through the direct perceptions. At first, remember, I need to practice both. Now the order, which one we must achieve first. How to be certain about their order? Which one we must achieve first? Now Shandi Deva says, insight possess of serenity, destroy the affliction, knowing this, seeks serenity at the outset. Therefore, based on serenity means shamatha, if we possess insight, special insight or vipassana, then destroys the afflictions, right? Afflictions. Therefore, knowing this, seek serenity at the outset. That means if we are able to practice both shamatha and vipassana, then we can destroy the afflictions. Affliction also include ignorance. So second, you must think, yes, there's a two types of meditation, which is shamatha and vipassana. Within these two, first, I need to achieve shamatha, then second, vipassana. Clear? So this order. Then next, we realize all kinds of meditation include into two types of meditations. I need to practice both shamatha and vipassana. Within these two, I must achieve first shamatha, then vipassana. That means first you need to learn how to concentrate. Second, you need to learn within the concentration how you can see, how you can realize the profound meaning like emptiness. Clear? Okay. Next, the precondition or the Now, how to tend in meditative serenity? Then, first relying on the precondition for meditative serenity. There are actually six, right? Six kind of precondition. Dealing in the appropriate area means you need to find a quiet place. Number two, having little desire. Your desire must, control. You shouldn't have a lot of desire. If you have a lot of desire, then you have so many thoughts. If there are so many thoughts, you cannot concentrate. Number two, having what? Little desire. Number three, being 10. Okay, you can give a note. Dealing in a appropriate area. Number two, having little desire, less desire, being content. Number three. Number four, completely giving up many activities. So we should not have a lot of activities. We must, involve the activity which is very necessary in our daily life. Then number five, pure ethical discipline. Mean always maintain your ethics. Number six, completely getting rid of the thoughts of desire. So you need to stop or eliminate all the unnecessary thoughts. There's a six. So it's so difficult to have all the six conditions. Within the six, in particular, the most important one are good ethical discipline, seeing desire as a advantages, seeing desire as a disadvantages, and dealing in a appropriate area means maintain your ethical discipline and must have a strong desire to advantages of the meditation. Then number three is meditate in a quiet place. Among the six, the three are important. What's the number one? Good ethical discipline. That does mean maintain your discipline or maintain your, if you are a lay person, you have taken the lay person vows. And number two is seeing desire as disadvantageous. Mean you must have a strong kind of faith or desire for practicing meditation. Also, the disadvantages. If you don't practice the mindfulness, there's a lot of disadvantages. These are the three. So, where we should practice, how we should practice. Then the meditative postures, I already explained. You can, number one, cross your legs. Right, cross your legs. When you cross your legs, you should not change quite often. Number two, your eyes should be neither wide open nor too far closed. So normally, particularly when you learn the meditation from the Theravada's practitioner, they always ask you to close your eyes. But according to the Mahayana or Sanskrit tradition, your eyes should be neither wide open nor too far closed. Okay, this means your eyes. Number 3, sit with your awareness distracted inward. Directed inward. That means your awareness. You should not aware external phenomena. All your awareness, you direct and direct it inward. Keep your body straight without leaning too far back or being bent too forward. Mean keep your body very steadily. Your intention, your awareness must bring inward. Direct it inward. Number 4, keep your shoulder straight and even do not rest or lower your hands or turn into one side. That means that all the posture you already learned. That means we have to sit in the proper way, the sitting, a manner. So now we almost, ready to do meditation. First we learn. So there are 2 types of meditation. We need to practice both. Among these 2, there's a order. First, I must achieve the shamatha. Within the best of the shamatha, I must achieve vipassana. Practicing only one is not enough. I must practice both. So when I practice mindfulness, I must sit in the proper way with the 7 features. No object. Which object is the good for us? Which object is the good for our meditation? There's no such as we can say this object is the good for your meditation. It depends on very much the individual. Object of meditation for purifying. The object of meditation themselves. The Bhagavan started that yogi have 4 types of object of meditation. How many object of meditation? Or okay, all together you can say object of meditation. There are 4 types of object of meditation. What are the 4? Universal object of meditation. Universal objects of meditation. And number 2, object of meditation for purifying your behavior. Clear? Number 2. Number 3, object of meditation for expertise, expert in expertise. Number 4, object of meditation for purifying afflictions. Clear? Number 1, universal objects of meditation. Object of meditation for purifying your behavior. Object of meditation for expertise. Object of meditation for purifying afflictions. So most important, there are, mentioned 4 kinds of object of meditation. Then within the universal object of meditation, there are 4. There are 4 types of discursiveness, discursive image, non-discursive image, limits of existence, and achievement of your purpose. Within the universal object of meditation, there are 4. Then object of meditation for purifying your behavior, there are also four. Object of meditation for purifying behavior are object that purifying behavior in which attachment or hatred, delusion, pride, or discursiveness. So second is the object of meditation for purifying your behaviors. Again, different people has a different kind of tendency, different kinds of habits. Somebody have a strong attachment. Somebody has a very strong hatred. Somebody has a strong delusions. Somebody has a strong pride. Somebody mind is very, activate. Discursiveness. There are the four objects. Now, these are very important. So as an ordinary person, when you analyze your, negative emotion, particularly the behavior of your negative emotion, sometimes the negative emotion change. Last few days you have a strong attachment. Next few days you have a strong hatred. It can be changed according to the time. Let's say now somehow we all together, we realize somehow my attachment is so strong, right? The attachment always bother me. So first, then we need to control the attachment, right? Attachment. Otherwise, without controlling your attachment, you try to do meditation, you cannot. Because the attachment always disturb your minds. Attachment. So, how to control our attachment? Then ugliness. Ugliness or essenceless. Here mentioned ugliness is the attachment towards, like a human being. Male has attachment to a female, female has attachment to a male, so there's a, different types of attachment. Then when we feel, oh, my mind is so strongly attached to someone, mainly our mind is attached to the physical body. In order to control the attachment towards the person body, then we need to realize actually all any kinds of body possess the person actually is a kind of really kind of ugliness. You can see ugliness. Now, yes, you can feel I don't have a really strong attachment towards, person or human being. Somehow I have a strong attachment towards my position. Somebody doesn't care, the physical attachment, so strongly attached towards the position. So if you have this kind of attachment, first you need to realize how many months and years you have to go through a lot of difficulties, problem to reach to achieve the position, right? When you have the position, also you need to face a lot of difficulties, a lot of argument, a lot of fighting. So when you retire from the positions, when you reflect in the past, your position, look like you have a very scary dream. Amen? Control your attachment with the ugliness or essenceless. Essenceless. Then, yes, I have a strong hatred, or I have a very strong anger. My anger is so strong. My hatred is so strong. Controlling anger is a lot more easy than the controlling attachment. Right? When you feel I'm very angry, right? You can angry with how many people? 1, 2, 3, not many. You cannot really angry with many people, maybe mostly 3 or 5. So in order to control the anger or hatred towards someone, what we need to practice? We need to practice love and compassion. The 5 ugliness, love. Love referred to the unconditioned and pure love. Clear? So if you love someone, the anger or the hatred going to reduce, going to be under control, attachment. And you have a delusion, right? Delusion, so your ignorance is very deep or is very strong. Delusion here referred to the ignorance. Ignorance. Ignorance in this context doesn't mean not knowing anything. Delusion, you have to meditate on dependent arising. Dependent arising. Clear? In order to control your delusion, you need to meditate on dependent arising. Delusion can be, many types of delusion. Then, next one, discursiveness. Discursiveness means you should not you should not control your thoughts, right? You have so many thoughts. Have you seen, frying like a barley and wheat in the fry pan? You have seen frying the cornflakes. When you fry the cornflakes in the fry pan, it's not like just, jumping so many, so many, things jumping at the same time. Therefore, our mind is like that. Without knowing, actually, we have so many thoughts that when you're going to go somewhere, you prepare everything, right? You remember, I will bring this and that. When you reach to the door, you already remember, oh, I forgot this and that. Therefore, so many thoughts come at the same time. So in order to control, all the thoughts, so we have to meditate on inhalation and exhalations. Meditate on your breath. So now our class just we're going to study meditation on inhalation and exhalations. Breath in and out. So first you need to analyze about your negative emotions, which are more, obvious and strong, or which is more always disturb you. First you control them. When you are able to control them, then slowly you meditate on your breath. Now we go before with those the 9, the mental step. So before that, I will read a few sentences, page number 47 in the numbering. The concentration that you will accomplish here has two special features. But the concentration is that many people think, the meditation, the concentration is just simple mindfulness. No. A concentration that you will accomplish here has two special features. What are they? The first feature, the vivid intensity. The vivid intensity, or you can say the intense mental clarity, right? The vivid intensity, or you can say the intense mental clarity. Number one, feature one. Feature two, then non-discursive stability. Stay one pointedly on the object of meditation. That means the definition of meditation, the definition of mindfulness must have two features. What's the number one? Vivid intensity or intense mental clarity. Means when you meditate on any kind of object, let's say emptiness or impermanence, in your mind, you have to see the impermanence very clearly, very vividly. You have to see very clearly. Not seeing clearly, your mind has to be very stabilized. That means it's exactly, when you need to kill as a like a soldier or army, you are in the border. You make sure the enemy not crossing the border. You hold what? Gun. You have to aim the gun to the enemy vividly, focusfully. When you are very focused, also you have to see the enemy very clearly, right? Clearly. You have a clarity, but your mind is not so focused. Then you cannot really kill the enemy. So likewise, when you do meditation, first you need to choose the object of meditation. Clear? You have to choose the object of meditations. It depends on you. Let's say somehow for many months or many years, your attachment is so strong. Attachment towards what? Then object must see very clearly with the focusful, very focused and very vivid. So these are the two features. The mindfulness must have two features. If your mind can see the object very clearly, but not so focusful, your mind is not so focusful, then you got one obstacle, which is excitement. Your mind is just ready to go or already gone little bit. Okay, now as a test, I hope all of you remember the 9 mental step. Okay, now you have to know the order. Okay, first, there are all meditation, all mindfulness concentration included into 2. What are they? Shamatha and Vipassana. Any kind of meditation, no matter, according to Buddhist or non-Buddhist, all meditation must include into 2 types of meditation. What are they? Shamatha and Vipassana. English, they call Kamabading and special insight. Within these 2, so why we need to practice both of them? we have to practice both of them. If we practice only one, like shamatha, shamatha means you have a uh, the light. You have a oil lamp. You have a light, but the light is not enough bright. If you practice only vipassana means you have a bright light. The light or the oil lamp is flaking. Therefore, you cannot see the painting or object very clearly. In order to see the painting or picture in the midnight very clearly, is what you need. You need a bright. The light must be bright. The light must be undisturbed. Then you can see the things very clearly. Otherwise, if we do only one of the meditation, we cannot see the profound, meaning like impermanence or emptiness. We cannot see very clearly. So we have practice both of them. Within these two, which one we must achieve first? Shamatha, shamatha. So we have to first, we must accomplish shamatha, the second, vipassana. Clear? So, shamatha, the meditative mind must have how many features? Two features. What are they? Vivek, intensity, then intense clarity. Means have to see the object very vividly and clearly. Is put one together. Second, non-discursive. Means the mind should not, let go here and there. The mind must be sit or set the chosen object. Then the sitting posture, I hope you remember. Now, then how we can achieve shamatha? What are the procedure? What are the steps we have to go through in order to achieve shamatha? How many steps? The actual stages in which the mental state develop, there are how many? 9. The actual stage in which the mental state develop, there are 9 mental states. Now let's say, we slowly, gradually we enter into shamatha. Here, shamatha. First, what are the 9 mental states? Please let me know. What are they? Number 1, mental placement. Mental placement. Number 2, continuous placement. So not enough to say, you must understand the meaning, okay? What's the number 3? The patch placement. Number 4, close placement. Number 5, taming. Number 6, reflection. Number 7, complete pacification. Number 8, one-pointed attainment. 9, balance placement. All of you, if you really want to do the proper way meditation, you really need to remember the 9 mental steps. That means your meditation is gradually going to develop. Clear? Okay. Once more. Number 1, placement. Number 2, loose placement. Number 3, patch placement. 4, close placement. 5, taming. 6, pacification. 7, pacification. 8, content attention. 9, balance placement. So I very much, emphasize explaining this because many people just sit, as a cross leg or sit on the chair, they just close their eyes, they just, focus on one object. They're not going to learn how to move, how to develop, step by step, step by step. If you follow the steps, surely within 6 to 7 months, you're going to achieve shamatha. You have to follow the steps. Now we learn a 9 mental step. What does mean mental placement? Mean simply, let's say you are a teacher. In your class, you got a new, like a student, let's say 4 or 5 years old, like students. That student, 6, 7 years old, he or she not going to stay one place, right? He or she moving around, playing things. First, you need to teach to the child, sit there, right? You need to teach with the patient. Let the student be seated there, right? Be seated there. Likewise, look, our mind is very active. Active with a, a good purpose, active with a, not good purpose. Somehow, mind is 24 hours active. Therefore, first, you need to learn, you need to teach your mind how to focus on the chosen object for short time. But just short time. Okay? Therefore, first is mental placement. This initial thoroughly withdrawing your attention from all outside objects and direct it inward to the object of meditation. You need to learn how to stop thinking outside things, external phenomena. Just learn how to focus the chosen object. Right? Now here should not have a misunderstanding when we say the chosen object. For example, book. If I say, please meditate on this book, you should not look at the book. First you look at the book carefully. After you looking for a while, then you can have the image of the book in your mind, right? The image of the book, the imaginary. So when you meditate on the book, you're not looking at the book, you're not imagining the book. Your mind have to remember the image of the book in the mind. In the mind, right? Therefore, here, so many people just, imagine the things. Not just, you have to meditate on the image of the phenomena. So he's come later, it was also mental placement. Number 2, the continuous placement. You just learn, how to focus on the chosen object for first few minutes, then months goes away. Then again, bring your intention inward, sit there continuously. These are the 9 mental steps. Now, what are the 6 forces? The process of achieving them. How, in order to achieve a 9 mental state, you need to remember the 6 forces. What are the 6 forces? There are the 6 forces. The force of the hearing, number 1. Number 2, reflection. Number 3, mindfulness. 4, vigilance. 5, enthusiasm. Then 6, through acquaintance. So now what you have to remember, so in order to achieve shamatha, I need to go through the 9 steps, 9 mental steps. How we can achieve the 9 mental steps? So we have to go through the 6 forces. Hearing, right? So before you meditate on, let's for example, impermanence, first you need to hear about impermanence through someone. Also, you have to hear through the books. When you read the books, so verbally you are reading books. That time you are hearing, like an impermanence. Hearing, first you need to hear. Second, not just, hear of impermanence, you need to reflect on it again and again. Reflections. Then, after, reflect on impermanence for, like few days, then you need to use the mindfulness, the force of the mindfulness, and fully mindful on impermanence. Then number 4, what's number 4? Vigilance. Please remember mindfulness and force of vigilance. Then force of enthusiasm. Now, how the 9 mental states going to achieve through the 6 forces? Okay, remember here, with the force of hearing, you accomplish the mental placement, the first mental placement, through the hearing, okay, through the force of the hearing, you accomplish the mental placement. The reason for this is that due to the following instruction that you have merely heard from someone else about focusing on the object of meditation. First, you simply fix your intention upon the object. Right? First, you listen about the object of meditation. Then your mind your intention just sit on the impermanence as object. But this is not a case of familiarity due to your own repeated reflections. Right? So you are focusing on impermanence just based on what you hear, right? What you hear, not based on your repeated reflections. Six forces on hearing. Within the force of reflection, you accomplish a mental state of continual placement. Right? Power of hearing, you're going to accomplish which mental state? Which state? Number 1, the mental state. Through power of reflection, which mental state going to accomplish? Continual placement. For as consequences of practice of repeated reflection on the continuation of initial reflection, then within the force of mindfulness, you accomplish the mental state of the pitched placement and of the cross placement. Right? So through the force of mindfulness, you're going to achieve how many mental states? Two. What are they? Pitch and the cross placement. Right? The number 4, with the force of vigilance, you accomplish the mental state of taming and pacification. Right? Okay. The force number 4, which is vigilance. Through applying the force of vigilance, you could accomplish the mental state of taming and pacification. The number 5, with the force of enthusiasm, you accomplish the mental state of complete pacification. With the force of acquaintance, you accomplish the mental state of the balance placement. Okay, again, please remember how many mental states there are before you achieve shamatha. 9. Remember, make sure you need to remember, you have to go through the 9 mental states before you reach to shamatha. In order to accomplish the 9 mental state, you need to practice. You need to go through the 6 forces. Right? What are they? Hearing, reflection, mindfulness, vigilance, enthusiasm, and acquaintance. Then, through the force of hearing, you could accomplish the first mental state. Clear? What's the force number 2? Force of reflection. Through the force of reflection, you're going to accomplish how many mental states? 1, which is continual placement. Then with the force of mindfulness, how many mental states you're going to accomplish? 2. What are they? Pitch placement and the cross placement. With the force of vigilance, how many mental states you could accomplish? 2. What are they? Taming and pacification. With the force of enthusiasm, you could accomplish how many mental states? Only 1, which is 2. So you accomplish the mental state of complete pacification and one-pointed attention. The number 6, with the force of acquaintance, how many mental states you could accomplish? Only 1, which is balance placement. Now, based on the breathing meditation, we could do some kind of experiment here. Okay, now all of you sit, very comfortably. Sit comfortably. Right. Okay, first, you must, deep breath 3 times. Breathe in 3 times. Then breathe out. Exhale 3 times. Very, like deep breath, like for example, again, inhales. Again. Time. So when you, this practice, if you want to link with the practice of taking and giving, when you breathe in, when you inhales, you can visualize, you can have a very strong wishing, bring all suffering for all sentient being, or taking all the suffering into you. When you exhale, when you breath out, when you release your breath, you can visualize, you can imagine you are giving all your happiness to all sentient beings. Then you practice of taking and giving, taking and giving 3 times. Okay, now you need to focus on your breath in and out. First, you breathe in and out, like 10 times. So when you breathe in and out, it's very much depending on again individual, right? So when you breathe in and out, you need to feel a sensation in your nostril. Somebody can feel the sensation on, just around the door of the nose. Somebody may can feel a little bit inside. Somebody may can feel, from way of inside. There's no certain thing say you must feel here and there. Okay, so you breathe in and out very gently, softly, normally, 9 times. Feel the sensation. Okay, so the first step, you just learn how to breathe in and out. At the same time, you need to feel the sensation in your nostrils. Feel the sensation going in and out, right? The first step. The second step is a little bit more, precise. Just now, we just learn how to, feel the sensation through the breathing in and out. Now, little bit, deeper, little bit precisely. When you breathe in, then you need to pause short time, then breathe out, pause short time, breathe in and out 10 times. That means, look at me. Stop. Then breathe out and stop. Breathe in and stop. Out and stop. The same kind of procedure is more about, to realize the changes Okay, now again, somebody can have a long breath, somebody has a short breath, no matter. You can count, 10 times in and stop, out and stop, in and stop, or 10 times. Yeah. And this practice, there's three important uh, benefit we can have. First, we have done very short breathing meditation. Within a short time, everybody going to realize my mind is become quite calm, right? Calm. All the thoughts become calm. That means you feel the calmness, number one. Number two, when you feel the sensation, the sensation not just coming, other than your breath in and out, in and out. That moment, you're going to realize the changes, or you can say impermanent. The breath cannot be, stay there continuously, out, in, out. That means second benefit, you're going to understand the gross impermanent. Number three, the most important one. So today is the first time. Of course, many of you have done, doing for many years. But when you focus on your breath in and out as a beginner, sometimes through your breathing meditation, you can feel very pleasant sensation. You feel very, calm, pleasant. When you feel the pleasant sensation, then you wish, the pleasant sensation must be there continuously. When you can you will learn, oh, actually attachment or desire, everything about a sensation, everything about the sensation. Everything about sensation. How I can say, for example, some of you say, oh, I really, like pizza, right? What does mean you like pizza? Do you like the shape? Do you like the container? What do you mean I like pizza? Means after eating pizza, while you are eating pizza, you have a sensation and you feel you have the pleasant feeling. That means you are not really attaching to the pizza, you attach towards the pleasant feeling. Even though somebody say, oh, I really like the mala. Like mala is very hot chili, strong chili. You like. So when you eat the strong chili, then there's a burning sensation, right? You burn your mouth and tongue, and somehow you are craving on that kind of sensation, correct? When you say, oh, I don't like pizza, I don't like mala, If somebody says, why don't you like, why do you don't you like mala? You say it's so hot. Because you doesn't like the, that kind of sensation. Right? Like, dislike, desire, whatever we always talk about our sensations. Therefore, after you practice for just few days, you continuously practice few days, you try to feel your breath in and out. Somehow you can feel this very peace, calm, pleasant. That means suddenly you are generating attachment. While you are meditating on your breath, so sometimes I practice the breathing meditation behind the TBC. It's very interesting. Just behind me, there's a big trash, what called trash? Big dustbin, right? Then people throw everything, the food and clothes. Sometimes I can feel the very unpleasant sensation. Sometimes I just sit there and practice the breathing meditation. Someone pass through, next to me. I can see the very pleasant, the perfumes, sensation. That means generated attachment, the perfumes, was generated the hatred towards the smelling. Right? So this is how three benefits. Right? Then the first step. Breathe in and stop. Breathe out and stop. In and out for 10 times. Or you can, extend more than 10, 20, 50. Everything is mainly you are practicing to, focusing on the breath. How your mind, set within the breath. Right? That's step number 2. Again, we just sit comfortably, then not just breathing in, right? You just breathe in like 5 times and breathe out 5 times. Not just counting, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you breath short, 5, and short time for out. That means you need to count how many breaths you breathe in, and again how many times you breathe out. One breath you can divide into 5. Breathe out also you can divide into 5. Right? So these are the step. First, as a basic, as a foundation, how you learn to aware, mindfulness, awareness, both together. So while you are meditating or concentrating on the breath, your mind is fully mindful on the breath. Suddenly you need to remember, oh, my mindfulness is not there. It has gone. It must know by the awareness. Right? Awareness. Therefore, the mindfulness, the awareness must walk together. These two always be together there. Otherwise, you think you are, a mindful, you are meditating or concentrating on breath. Yes, you are. You naturally breathe in and out. It naturally is, but the mindfulness is not there. The mindfulness has gone somewhere. If you don't have the good awareness, you're not going to aware. The mind has gone. The mind is wandering somewhere. So through this the breathing meditation, you're going to learn how to mindful on the chosen object. When you become very good about your breathing meditation, then next you need to change the chosen object, like more impermanence. Again, you first you need to do analytical meditation, analyze about impermanence. Then when you kind of, understand impermanence, then again your mind go through the nine mental step. Right? After you gone through the nine mental step, you really reach to the ninth one. Ninth one, then you are very close to achieve shamatha and vipassana. The practice of shamatha vipassana can be two types of. One is the maintenance, one is the super maintenance. If you just want to learn this meditation in order to have a very peaceful mind, you're going to learn this to stop all the distraction. You just only practice the maintenance, shamatha, and vipassana. Clear? You're going to learn this meditation mainly for purifying, mainly for eliminating attachment, anger, hatred, desire, ignorance. Then you need to learn these two meditation based on the super maintenance, shamatha, and vipassana. Clear? What does mean maintenance and super maintenance? If you practice only the maintenance, shamatha, and vipassana, look like you are taking the tranquilizer. Right? Somebody give you tranquilizer, what happened? For a few hours, you're not going to have any feeling, no anger, no hatred, nothing. You are very peaceful state. Then after a few hours, you're going to awake. You're going to have the same problems. Right? The superintendent is not just giving you tranquilizer. It's look like the doctor going to go through the operation. The doctor going to remove the actual cause of the sufferings. Right? Within these two, which is more kind of important for us? The second one, surely, right? For example, when you have a serious illness, don't always take the painkiller, don't always take the tranquilizer. You need to go through the good operation. Okay, so today we can stop our class here. The next, we're going to learn more about the vipassana. Vipassana, and based on the emptiness. Emptiness, okay? So I hope next time when you come back on Saturday, I hope all of you remember the nine mental step. Try to remember the 6 powers. Remember why we need to practice both. Remember the orders. Also remember, how to focus your minds on the breath. Breath. So this one you really, instead of visualizing and Buddha and Bodhisattva, it's better to learn mindfulness based on your breath. Why? Where you go, the breath is always there. Right? Also, for us, very easy to feel the changes of our breath. When you feel the changes of your breath, second, we need to remember impermanence. I said at the beginning, when you are sitting on the cushion, when you sit on the chair, we think I'm not going to change. Actually, within one moment, 1 minute, everything is changing. And your heart, your lungs, your brain, your blood circulation. Because morning, your blood is here. Within a few seconds, the blood go down. The blood which is on the down in your leg is going up. You can see the changes. Okay, so we can stop here. At the end, we do dedications. through our study, your daily practice, we have accumulated, lots of positive action, lots of merits all together. So today we dedicate to benefit all sentient beings, whether you are friends or family, you are enemy, whoever we wish, my merit, my positive action can be benefited to all sentient beings. Second, we dedicate all the merit to able to practice the pure dharma, to able to realize emptiness, to able to cultivate bodhicitta, to cause to achieve a fully enlightened state. Last, we dedicate the merit to live long like all the lineage gurus, all the master and teacher who teaching the pure dharma to benefit of sentient being. Particularly, we dedicate the merit to live long life as soon as the 14th Dalai Lama. Last, we dedicate the merit for world peace. In this moment, when you look at the news, the newspaper, look like the whole world is really, become very uncertainty. Jamba Gavi Jita Jemba Dang Kundo Sambo Deyan Dejen Deda Kunji Jesu Dalo Jenge Wandi Da Tamjera Duzun Shibe Gewa Tamje Gemuwa Kwanla Chudo Ngaba Lage Gewe Zawandi Sambo Jujera Do Ngwara Ye Dane Senja Tamje La Yijin Nubo Lela dunjo zhubye sambaye dadu cheparan zembar shu. Kando sudan zhubye zedanyi kunla menda, zhenla samba dabaye chodo cheparan zembar shu. Cholang kundo rangyu la dachin nyumo yinpa, rangjin marun chebe na zenda dene dobar shu. Okay, so thank you so much for the class. Have a happy Saturday, right? Saturday.
No Saturday, no class. That was medicine Buddha.
Okay, next Friday there's a medicine Buddha Puja, no class. It doesn't mean you don't need practice, okay? Still you have to practice the meditation. So after next Sunday, when you come back, I think all of you have a better experience of meditation. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.